I'm gonna start cooking my red. I need to wash my beef because my daughter likes her beans with beef inside. So I'm gonna do that first with lemon to get all the bloody stuff out. Always wash your meat nicely. I don't like the meat with all the blood in it. So wash that. And I'm gonna cut them into pieces. Little tiny pieces in the stew. See? So if you saute, there's some redness in there. Just keep washing it. My meat is all nicely washed. Now it's time to steam it. So I'm gonna put frozen ginger and garlic. I'm being lazy, so I don't want to blend any fresh ginger or garlic here. And never put any water in your, any water that comes out, drain it out, because you have enough. After washing the meat, you get enough water from it, so you don't need to add water to it. And I'm just basic, just put some everyday seasoning, not a lot of seasoning, some herbs, some rosemary leaves. What else? More herbs. And because it's beef, I'm going to use a big stock. Normally I don't use stock for mine. I'm going to use stockfish stock to add to my seasoning. I'm new to this, so you all bear with me, yeah? I'm just trying. I'm here to do some green stew with beef. So that's my stock. And that's it. My beef is cooking, steaming. Not too high. I'm going to lower the fire because I put it on high. Just for it to steam nicely. That's why I said don't add water to your, when you're steaming your fish. Look at the water that's already coming out of it. So our meat is seasoning on the fire, waiting it to cook, and then we start blending our stuff. As I'm waiting for my meat to just blend the tomatoes and peppers. My kids don't like a lot of peppers, so I only put 2 Scotch bonnets. And I'm going to be adding this to my sauce. This is fish, grounded fish and shrimps, and some ginger and garlic. That's all I'm putting in my sauce. I don't put anything else on there. So let's wait for the final results of my bean stew. In my onions, I cut them into chunks. I like my onions very chunky, so I'm using both red and white onions. That's the name it's called, or purple onions, but that's what I'm using. I love lots of onions. Even after this, I'm still going to put more onions on there. So that's it. The finishing meat, all done and half fried. So now we're going to go and start the stew. My sauce with this, I normally don't use palm oil. That's what you use for the bean stew in Ghana, but I'm using red palm fruit and rapeseed oil, which is a bit lighter and healthier. I'm not advertising for this, I'm just saying what I use. You can get this from Sainsbury's or Aldi and Asda. So I'm just going to pour my So this is how it looks like. It looks like palm oil, but it's just lighter and healthier. So now I've put my onions. I'm using both red and white onions. Like I said previously, I like it chunky. That's it. I like my chunky. Let this simmer for a bit, and I put my ginger and garlic. This is on low heat for it to simmer. I don't like my onions to overcook, so just now I'm going to pour my blended tomatoes with scotch bonnets in there and let it cook till the oil comes on top before I add my beans and the meat and my shrimp powder and fish powder. So for now, we leave it to cook on low heat. And I'm gonna add my shrimp powder in there. So this is shrimp powder and fish powder. The stew is coming out well. Leave the meat in there and then stir. Stir for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna add the beans to it. Now I'm gonna add the beans which I cooked earlier. And at the moment I'm not putting salt till the beans is mixed in the sauce, because I put some salt in the beans after I cooked it. So the beans is soft and nice. This is how the stew is looking like. Add more beans because there's a lot of sauce. So when you take a bite of the beans, you're gonna get a little chunk of meat with it. So that's the bean stew. So we're just gonna sit on the fire for a few minutes, and then it's done. This is our finishing product. Let's taste our creation. Just take a bit of that. Then I'm going to put some gari on top. Normally you can have it with plantain. I'm not really a plantain person. I normally eat my beans with rice, but look, this is gari. Ghana gari. Just tasting our creation. Let's see how it came out. Miss Ghana. This is nice. Very yummy. Thank you for watching my video.